Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about 8 marks question, nuclear reactor, which is a very important, which carries 8 marks. The question number 21st question, nuclear reactor. Nuclear reactor. Nuclear reactor. What is a nuclear reactor? So, what is the principle involved in the working of nuclear reactor? The principle is which works on the principle of controlled chain reaction. Controlled chain reaction. Chain reaction. Nuclear reactor works on the controlled chain reaction. Works on the principle of controlled chain reaction. So, which carries a 1 mark? 1 mark. What is the principle involved in the working of nuclear reactor? Means nuclear reactor works on the principle of controlled chain reaction. Controlled chain reaction. The essential parts of a nuclear reactor are number 1, nuclear fuel. Number 2, moderators. Number 3, control rods. And number 4, coolants. And number 5, radiation shielding. So, the essential parts of a nuclear reactor are nuclear fuel, moderators, control rods, coolants and radiation shielding. We have to explain these 5 parts, which carries each one is 1 mark. Totally this is for 5 marks and this is for 1 mark, 6 marks. And next diagram which carries 2 marks. Totally we have 8 marks question. So look at here, nuclear fuel. If you take fuel as a fissionable materials like examples, fissionable materials like uranium, thorium or plutonium. Uranium, thorium or plutonium isotopes are used as a nuclear fuel and they are taken in the form of rods. And they are taken in the form of big rods and they are sealed in aluminum cylinders. So nuclear fuel. The examples for the nuclear fuel are uranium and thorium or plutonium isotopes are used as a nuclear fuel and they are taken in the form of rods and they are sealed in aluminum cylinder. This can be shown like this. This is a fuel elements. This is a fuel element. This is a aluminum cylinder which is filled with these nuclear fuel, means uranium, thorium or plutonium are sealed in these aluminum cylinders. These appears to be small, they are sized in this room size, spherical shape. So this is a nuclear fuel. So under the nuclear fuel we have to write the fissionable materials like uranium, thorium, plutonium isotopes are used as a nuclear fuel and they are taken in the form of rods and they are sealed in aluminum cylinder. These are the fuels. So now a thermal neutron means the slow moving neutrons are called thermal neutron. This thermal neutron, when it is bombarded with the uranium, there starts a chain reaction. It produces a number of neutrons as 3 multiples. In the first stage it produces 3 neutrons and second stage it will become 9 and the third stage it will become 27, 81 like this and increasing goes like this. So we have to control the speed of the neutrons and the number of the neutrons. We have 2 tasks here. First task is we have to control the speed of the neutrons. Next task is we have to reduce the number of neutrons. To control the speed of the neutrons, we are using moderators. So moderators are the substances. Moderators are the substances which are used to slow down the fast moving neutrons. Generally the fast moving neutron can possess the energy of 2 million electron volts. When it is slowed down, its energy becomes 0.02 electron volts. Its energy becomes 0.02 electron volts. This is the examples for the moderators are heavy water and graphite. Heavy water and graphite. Heavy water and graphite. These are the examples for the moderators. Look at here, what are moderators? Moderators are the substances which are used to slow down the fast moving neutrons. Which are used to slow down the fast moving neutrons. The fast moving neutrons can possess the energy of 2 million electron volts. When it is slowed down, its energy becomes 0.02 electron volts. The examples for the moderators are heavy water and graphite. These moderators are surrounded by these cylinders. These are fuel like this. These are all moderators we are placing like this. These are all moderators. We are placing like this. So every moderator is surrounded by a fuel. It is a fuel. The surround near place is occupied by the moderators. Once the neutrons come out from these, what happens around these moderators? They can slow down the fast moving neutrons like this. So next, control rods. Here it is a border is there. This is a border. Control rods are placed.
When the neutrons in a reactor are excess, they are inserted into the nuclear reactor. They are all inserted into the nuclear reactor. Then it can absorb all excess of neutrons present in a nuclear reactor so that it can continue the steady state of reaction. So these are all control rods. Control rods, and this is the fuel in aluminum cylinder. Fuel in aluminum cylinder. These are all moderators. These are all moderators.
So control rods. Now look at about the control rods. Control rods are the substances which are used to slow down the fast moving neutrons. Which are used to slow down the control rods. Control rods are used to control the chain of reaction, rate of reaction. When there is excess of neutrons or excess in a nuclear reactor, they can absorb the neutrons present in the reactor and it used to produce a steady rate of reaction. Steady rate of reaction. The examples for the control rods are cadmium and boron rods. Cadmium and boron rods. Cadmium and boron rods are used as a control rods. They are used as control rods. Next, coolants. There is a water facility is there like this. It is a water pumping. This is totally water. Coolants are the substances which are used to cool down the heating elements in the nuclear reactor. When they are coolants, when they are passing through the reactor heating elements, they cool down and they become cool, and it can produce a heat and it can produce a steam. That steam is used to rotate the turbine. Steam to turbine. Steam to turbine. Steam to turbine, which is used to rotate the turbines. The cool examples for the coolants are molten sodium, next water at high pressure, molten sodium and water at high pressure. Molten molten sodium and water at high pressure. Water at high pressure. High pressure. Water at high pressure. Next, radiation shielding. The radiation shielding in a nuclear reactor, once the reaction starts, there is a radiation hazard. Harmful radiations are produced in a nuclear reactor, and these are very harmful if they are leakage from the nuclear reactor. It will be affected to the surroundings and the people. They get lungs cancer, skin diseases, hair fall. These are all due to this radiation hazard. So, to avoid that, to avoid the leakage, a wall is constructed around the nuclear reactor. A wall is constructed about the nuclear reactor of 10 millimeters width with concrete and lead to avoid radiation leakage. So that what happens, it doesn't leakage any radiation from that wall. So this is what are the uses of nuclear reactor? By using this nuclear reactor, we can produce radioisotopes. We can produce radioisotopes, and next to produce electric power. Suppose if you have a nuclear reactors, East District 1 nuclear reactor, they can provide free current to the people, but it is not possible in our India. So all are opposing. Why? Because if it is a leakage, it will be affected. They are thinking like this. So this is a nuclear reactor. I can explain once again. Listen carefully. So what is a nuclear reactor? Nuclear reactor which works on the principle of controlled chain reaction. Which works on the principle of controlled chain reaction. The essential parts are nuclear fuel, moderators, control rods, coolants, and radiation shielding. What is a nuclear fuel? Fissionable materials like uranium, thorium, plutonium, isotopes are used as a nuclear fuel, and they are taken in the form of rods and they are sealed in aluminum cylinders. This is an big aluminum cylinder which is filled with the uranium or thorium rods, and this seal. When these fuel materials are bombarded with a slow moving neutron, chain reaction starts. It produces a number of neutrons with enormous speed. We have to control the number of speed of the neutrons and the number of neutrons. We have two tasks here: to control the speed of the neutrons, and next one is to reduce the number of neutrons. To control the speed of the neutrons, we are using moderators. Moderators are the substances which are used to slow down the fast moving neutrons. The fast moving neutron can possess energy of 2 million electron volt. When it is slowed down, its energy becomes 0.02 electrons, almost dead. Its speed almost dead. So the examples for the moderators are heavy water and graphite. These moderators are always surrounded by this nuclear fuel. Once it is a fuel, the moderators are surrounded by this one. Once the neutrons are produced, when it is passing through the moderators, the speed of the neutrons can be slowed down. Next one is the control rods. Control rods are the substances which are used to control the excess of neutrons present in a nuclear reactor. When the neutrons are excess in a nuclear reactor, they are inserted into the nuclear reactor, they can absorb excess of neutrons present in a nuclear reactor, so that we can produce a steady rate of reaction. We can produce a steady rate of controlled chain reaction. So the examples for the control rods are cadmium and boron rods. Cadmium and boron rods. Next one is the coolants. Coolant means the name itself, the substances which cools. Here nuclear chain reaction starts, the more heat is dissipated. Due to cool the nuclear reactor, we are using molten sodium. What is meant by molten sodium? Liquefied sodium is called a molten sodium, which is used as a coolant, and water at high pressure is also used as a coolant. These are the substances, when they are passing through the heating elements, they become cooled down and it produces a steam. This steam which is used to rotate the turbines. By using this steam, we are using to rotate the turbines. Once turbine is rotated, the electricity is produced. So that's it. Next, about the radiation shielding. The radiation shielding. In a nuclear reactor, the radiation hazard means beta, gamma, harmful radiations are produced. These are very harmful. If it is leakage from the nuclear reactor, it will be affected to the surroundings and the people. So that to avoid that, a wall of thickness 10 meters is constructed in the nuclear reactor with a lead and concrete to avoid the leakage. So this is about the nuclear reactor. What are the use of this nuclear reactor? By using this nuclear reactor, we can produce radioisotopes and electric power. So what is the power of a reactor? Our next topic is a very small topic. What is the power of a reactor? What is a power of a reactor? Let us see. Next, it's a power of a reactor. Power of a reactor. Power P is equal to N by T, number of fissions per second into energy E. This is the formula for the power of a reactor, where N by T is equals to number of fissions per second. Number of fissions per second, and E is energy released per fission. Energy released per fission. You know how much energy is released per fission? That is equals to 200 MeV of energy is released. 200 MeV of energy is released. This MeV, this energy is converted into joules. For that, energy E is equals to 200. Mega means 10 to the power of 6, 1 electron means 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joule. So this is 200 into 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 13 joule. Further simplification, 320 into 10 to the power of minus 13 joule. Or we can 3.2 into 10 to the power of minus 12 joule. This is the energy. This much of energy is released for one fission. Take one problem regarding this power of a nuclear reactor. Let us take a problem.
200 MeV energy is released. 200 MeV energy is released when one nucleus
Of uranium 235 undergoes fission. Undergoes a fission. Find the number of fissions per second. Find the number of fissions per second. Find the number of fissions per second for producing a power of 1 megawatt. For producing a power of 1 megawatt. Now take a solution. The given energy E is equals to 200 MeV. Convert this. We have 3.2 into 10 to the power of minus 12 joules. So find the number of fissions per second. N by T is equals to how much? They given the power. Power P is equals to 1 megawatt. 1 mega is 10 to the power 6. So we have the formula. Power P is equals to N by T into E. We need N by T. N by T is equal to, we can write P by E. So what is the P? 1 into 10 to the power of 6 by, what about 3.2 here? It is energy 3.2 into 10 to the power of minus 12. Okay. So by simplification we can get 3.125 into 10 to the power of 16. 3.125 into 10 to the power of 16 fissions per second. Fissions per second. This is a value. 3.125 into 10 to the power of fissions per second. So, there ends our topic. Tomorrow we will discuss new topic. Thank you. Sir Raju sir.